Alright guys, hey, it's about time for a shave. I just did a nice little how-to video, so yeah, I'm right in the middle of it. So, alright, I hope you guys are doing well. It's a Friday evening. Got off of work, I don't know, about 2 hours ago or so, and just want to get a shave in for tomorrow. Yesterday, to be quite honest, there was not that much to shave. That Gem G bar knocked it down really nice and smooth, and yesterday it was just kind of, yeah, would have had a little bit against the grain, but everything else was still fairly smooth. And even today it's just, yeah, it's not too much, about a day and a half maybe worth of growth, and still, nonetheless, looking forward to a shave. Alright, I hope you guys are doing well. Yeah, I gotta work this weekend, tomorrow and on Sunday. Probably off Monday, maybe. We'll see. With the weather rolling in, I might have to cover for for some people, because yeah, I don't panic that easy. Some people do, each to their own. If they have families to take care of. I don't have too much here, so it's a lot easier for me. Anyway, right. In case you haven't watched the other video, I got this in. On Instagram, I posted a picture, the Stirling boar, and I'm very happy to have it. And I already rinsed it out, and I had it soaking, and I was kind of demonstrating that on the other video. So I just put it back into some water, just to kind of keep it moist. And then, yeah, let's get going with the soap. Logan, he wanted to see how I'm going to go about this, so I'm just going to put this as part of the video. I also got in some Stirling Spice. Now this is the 4.5 ounce, 4.5 ounce refill pack. And all it is just, it's put in some plastic. And the scent is already fantastic. So yeah, this is my birthday present to myself, alongside that boar brush. So, and let's just kind of see if we can get that out of there. And I should have brought a knife. There we go. There it went. And as you can see, this is a very, very soft soap. Now, I'm in the fortunate situation of having an old Spice mug. You guessed it. That thing's going in there. And all I do, it's a tight fit, but since it's so pliable, I'm just going to mash it down. Get the air out from underneath. I'll poke my finger through there. Just make sure it sits in there solid. Wow, that is very soft. This is almost cream. If you have a look at it. This has not aged very long, so. Alright. And then we just clean out the outside. And the rest, it'll smoothen out over time. Just trying to get some of the nooks and crannies out of there. Alright. Smoothing it out a little bit. Very, very soft soap. Got plenty on my hands here. So, that is it. And it will live in this old Spice mug until they use it up. So, who knows if I'll ever live to see the day. Right, now with all this soap on my hands, all I'm going to do is wet the face. And start rubbing that in. Not wasting any today. Because this is really soft. And the bristles will pick it up. Yow, that stuff is slick. And because I'm itching to use it, of course we're going to use the Stirling bore brush, which is probably going to be a little prickly, but yeah, we're just going to have to suck it up. Now, as a shaver, I am using a G-type injector today. Also unknown number of shaves on the blade. I don't know. Should be less than the other one though. Should definitely be below 10. And G-type, because if you have a look, there's a seam down the middle of the handle right here. And that is basically from injection molding it. The earlier E-types had Bakelite handles which were poured in one piece. These were injection molded, the G-types. So that's how they kind of get distinguished. The heads I think are fairly similar, although the E-type is rumored to be a little more aggressive than the G. This one's aggressive enough for me. So, all right, so let's shake out the bore. And all we're going to do is, this is just a little tip, see, they break off. Alright. All we're going to do is swirl around once or twice, because this is very soft. That's all we need. We got some on the face already. Wet that up again. Been talking too much. And then get going. So yeah, you gotta love boars in the beginning. They shed worse than a golden retriever. Or my big cat for that matter. There's another one. Alright, let's get some water in this brush. And we're dry. And we're dry. Yeah, Stirling loves some water. It's a beef tallow in it. So yeah, as I had asked earlier, hope you guys are doing well. Got a good start to the Friday. Those of you watching in Florida, take care, guys. I got family down there. My parents are living there, and yeah, I called them earlier. That's why it got a little late on the shave here. That was just a tad bit more important. Oh, there's another one. And they're all well prepped. Everything is ready to go there. Talking to my dad tomorrow morning. He's gonna go for 18 holes on the golf course. And then in the late afternoon, start getting ready. He's already got everything inside. Everything is prepped. He did that today. Everything's cleaned up outside, and they're basically now just waiting on the weather. So I'm happy to hear that they are okay. Now they're in central Florida, a good bit further up, and hopefully things will go well. I'm not as worried as I could be, because their house is, thank goodness, built to the new hurricane building standard code, whatever that they have. This thing is shedding quite a few. Oh. Well, let it all go now. Don't let it go later. Just adding some more water. Because with Stirling there's a certain consistency that I like. That's when it really comes out with the slickness. And Stirling can take some water. So. That's starting to turn good. Now it wouldn't surprise me if I run out of lather. Like I said, this is a brand new brush. We just all I did was clean it and lather up some Williams to get a little bit of the funk out. I gotta say, this Stirling spice smells nice. Nice match on the Old Spice. All right, let's get the razor. I quoked a wabbit. Oh, we're fun. Wazer. All right, let's get going. Get this on the way here. All right. Now this razor on its own is already a little more aggressive than the previous injector that you saw, the I-type. I think it's the I-type, yeah. And yeah, this one has a little bit more blade feel. So if you prefer a little more of that, go for the older models of the shake injectors. Alright. And it's mowing it down. I mean, with the soap itself, Stirling, I've got a good number of them. And yeah, performance-wise, there's no surprises. You know, it's just good. So this is all more or less just a scent thing. You know, trying out different scents. The formulations are pretty well all the same. I think they do have one with mutton tallow or something like that in it, but that's kind of the only deviation. And I think they have one with beeswax. So, no, there we go. Had one of the boar hairs stuck in there. So yeah, as far as me being prepped, looking at the map, I mean, what are we going to get? We're probably going to get a category 1 to, you know, maybe a tropical storm or something like that. The major thing I got to worry about is power outages. So yeah, I've got my little survival cooker, and I've got a couple of containers of water, and all it is just basically empty containers, and I fill them with tap water. Done. And I'll do that Monday before everything starts. Place it into the big bathroom where I have the bathtub. Just kind of get everything in there. Because it's one of the smaller rooms, it doesn't have a window, it's in the center of the house, more or less. So, yeah. Good performance, good shave. And as far as ease of operation, I think I mentioned that on the other shave. These injectors, they're the angle's easy to find. They're not the most aggressive. Let's say, you know, 5 or 6 days of growth. Might not want to tackle with them. Pretty sure it's possible. But regardless, you know, they're just made as a daily shaver. Blade gap isn't huge, so alright, well, cool. Let me just rinse off and I'll be back with pass number 2. Alright, So we're back. Just kind of took some of the soap out and just kind of swirled it around from the beard. And as you can tell, I'm working up a good lather. That's not quite as creamy and cushiony as when I'm doing it with a well-worn-in Badger, but it's doing its job. That'll come around. Once this brush gets nicely broken in, that lather will come. Nothing to worry about. I'm liking the handle on this. Really nice grip. It's got a nice heft to it too. So, all right. I'd say we're lathered up well for pass number 2. And as you can see, it's a little on the thin side, but like I said, it's also brand new. So, nothing to worry about. Normal. Your brush is not broken. It's just not broken in. Oh, okay. Bad joke. Going against the grain. Alright, cool. So yeah. Oh, there's another boar. This thing is shedding quite a bit. Wow. But like I said, it'll stop, hopefully. We'll see. If it keeps on shedding like this over days and days and days, there might possibly something either be wrong with it, or if you had a different breaking in method, maybe some of them got damaged and they're breaking off now. But eventually it should stop. When you know that you've got a busted knot is when they come out bushel wise. I mean, like whole bushels of them start, you're able to pluck that out. That's when you know your knot's breaking apart. Whether the glue in it was not done right, or it just kind of was crap. Pardon my French. Not pressing down hard, but you have to keep these ones on track. They're a little on the lighter side. Don't have quite as much heft as some of the DEs. And you do not want it skipping or anything like that, so as little as possible, but enough to maintain good contact. Very nice. The Stirling just has great slickness. I'm really enjoying this scent. I'm very happy that I bought this. We've been talking about it for a while, so it's about time. Alright, I'll rinse off and then we'll be back for the pickups. Okay, so we are back. Pickups, luckily not all too much, because we're fixing to run out of lather on this brush. As you can see, a third pass would be hard pressed to get out of this. Like I said, it's just not worn in yet, and I did go a little light on the soap there, just kind of 2-3 swirls in the mug, and then what I had rubbed in on the face. So yeah, let's just see what's in this knot, and there's hardly any left. So good enough for what we need it to do. Right now, just kind of getting some of the pickups. Now, if you're somebody that does a third pass, you would want to lather that up new. You know, just go back to the puck. So. This stuff is slick. I mean, finding it hard to hold on to that razor. Alright, there we go. With that plastic handle, that does make it a little slick. Yep, that's good. Typical spots. So yeah, everything's in Irma mode. A lot of people freaking out. Got the weather coming in. Some are bugging out, which I understand in Florida, and definitely understand that part. But I don't think it's going to be too bad up here. Yeah, some of the wind is probably not going to be as nice. Power outage is possible. But I used to live in New Bern, North Carolina, on the coast. And when hurricane season starts, you're going to get some weather. Now, if you're thinking I don't have soap on this, it is basically just absolute slickness on this face. Because of me rubbing those suds in there with plenty of water. So that's solid, just glide. Well, not quite getting as close as with that G-bar. But before I get irritation, I'll let it go. After all, it is just work. I mean, I'm definitely close and comfortable. CCS level shave. I'll take it. I got pretty much very, very close to BBS. If not, if you want to call it BBS, all I had was this one spot over here where the hair grows really weird. That I just kind of couldn't get. The rest was baby butt smooth, so call it what you want. This one, I got a little bit here. This, not quite as clean. These, I'm not used to these injectors. First of all, I don't use them all too often, and yeah, might just be a little mild. Yeah, the rest is good. Anyway. I'll completely rinse off and I'll be back with the post. Alright, and we're back. There's just something about Stirling. got a good post shave. Yeah, gotta say, the soap I used for that Jim G bar shave, the Mer shaving, that was pretty darn good too. And just being said, Star Soap Works and PAA, they're up there too, and Katie's Bubbles. I mean, you know, with the premium things, just so you can kind of, all right, you know, these are kind of the ones I prefer, face feel wise and slickness wise and just performance wise. So yeah, Stirling just never disappoints, never has. So take it for what it is. It's just my personal opinion and favorite, so everybody has theirs. That's the nice thing about it. Witch hazel. The nice thing about this hobby, there's enough products out there so everybody can have their favorite. And find their product which suits their needs. There we go. Good stuff. Right, so while this is drying in, shaver for today. The Schick, ever sharp Schick. That's what's on here. Let me just see if I can focus this in. Will you focus? Yep, there we go. Right there on the center thing, and here are the patent codes and what's written in there underneath where the spring is. So, nice little shaver, but today didn't quite deliver. It's got 1, 2 little spots there, and not 100%. There's still some against the grain. I mean, I gotta stretch it out. You know, mind you, if I go like this, there's nothing left. I really gotta stretch it out, so then I'll feel it. But nonetheless, you know, I get closer shaves with other razors, so. Alright, I did stop before I got any irritation, because that is absolutely not wanted. I'll take a little bit of stubble into work tomorrow, but I'd hate to have razor burn. So, had the G-type. Let me just dry this off a little bit, hold on. The Stirling Soap Company board brush, first use. Needs to be broken in, that's all I can say. Other than that, seems a nice knot. Shed's a little heavy at the beginning. Wasn't quite used to that from the Samog. I was used to it from the cheapo brush, the $4 one. So let's take it for what it is. The Old Spice the Stirling Spice soap, which I mashed in there, and we'll just kind of let that air dry, and yeah, we'll use it every now and then from now on. Just if you care for the label, that's what the label looks like. And the nice thing is this comes in a it's a plastic that deteriorates, which is kind of interesting concept. I know how it's done in the plastics guy, but I find it cool that people are starting to use it. So kudos to Stirling on that one. That's one for the environment. All right, what else are we going to use to finish up? Tell you what, today I'm using the European version. Glass bottle. This is the modern stuff made by Procter & Gamble, not Schulten. Oh yeah, just nice. It does smell a little different to the US version, the classic that we have here in the plastic bottle. I don't know why, just a little bit different. Oh yeah, just smells nice. Not much tingle, perfect. Then we're good, then we're close and comfortable. Alright guys, since this is Stirling, I'm not going to need a bomb. It's not winter time yet, but it is getting colder, so yeah, falls are coming. Right, I hope you guys have a great weekend. Those of you who are in the danger zone, stay safe. Don't do anything stupid, and hope to see you guys when we're out of the rough. Alright, I don't know when I'll be posting the next video. I'll see to it if I can do Monday. Depending on if the weather comes in or not, we might lose power, and then I'm going to have to conserve battery. So, it'll not happen. Alright, enough babbling. You guys, I'm off. Hope you have a great weekend, and see you next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.